This is called the Cavendish banana, the most common banana on earth. Well, this banana was created in a fancy house in England, and bananas are not from England, so how did this guy end up in England and be created in England? Well, fasten your seatbelt, guys. This is going to be very interesting, and this is actually a effed up story, but do you know this common term, the
Banana Republic. This thing is gone.
Does happen a lot in third world countries, banana republics.
said by politicians? Well, it all starts here. Now, here's why this is an effed up story. So, originally, bananas are from Southeast Asia. So, Europeans were taking over the world, right? So, they had bananas and they brought them to the Americas, the continent of America. So, 100 years fast forward, there was this American sailor. He went to Jamaica and he found this exotic looking yellow fruit, and he experimented with it and he enjoyed it. I mean, don't you enjoy a banana? And from there on, he saw money, money, money. Yeah, he saw money, and they made a lot of money from bananas. So he started selling these bananas to the Americans. I mean, this was a new fruit. They loved this new fruit. So fast forward, in the 1800s, they had the World's Fair, and the people were showing off their technology, blah blah blah. And there was this one cult favorite, the banana. Yes, the banana was equally impressive as the telephone. Can you imagine? People were loving the banana. So business was booming. He was distributing to places like New York. Even the New York port was even given a nickname because of the number of fruits they were having in that pot. What was the nickname again? Banana Dock. So business was booming. People loved this fruit. It actually got so bad that the police commissioner at that time started putting fine on people for throwing the pills on the floor, on the streets, pavement. It was that bad that people had to go to jail or pay a fine for throwing the pills of the banana. So that's how much the banana was trending in those days. I mean, can you imagine the banana hub with no TikTok, Twitter, blah blah blah, etc. I mean, yeah. So the banana business people realized that, hey guys, we need to ramp up production, sales, logistics, everything. We need maximum profits. That Daybreak Foods failed to do so. I mean, I had to mention that, hey, it's my show. But yeah, they realized we need to ramp things up. So this is what they did. So around the 1900s, the banana companies, it was a booming market. So everyone was trying to figure it out. What's the next step? How to maximize profit. So they came up with their plan. All the companies in America, they came together and became the United Fruit Company. So they could control everything. Like literally everything is, it's about to get dirty and very dark. So the first step was, let's give all our attention to Central America, where we knew bananas can grow abundant. But it gets deeper. So they didn't only just focus with just growing the bananas. No. They only wanted to control the employees, how much they earned, where they lived, what they bought, where they stayed, their transportation. So everything could be in precise timing. Timing was very important for them. Well, I'm sure you're like, yeah, but they should. They should own how their employees work, right? Well, listen up. These companies by 1901, they'll be owning almost the infrastructure in those countries where they operated, like railways, the radio stations, the public transport. I mean, almost half of the infrastructure was built by these companies. But they didn't just build it, they actually owned it in such a way that the Guatemala government actually hired the United Fruit Company to run their postal services. I mean, what the F? It actually kind of reminds me of South Africa in the apartheid era, where the apartheid government actually, the infrastructure around the townships were designed for us black people to actually go work. So this infrastructure that we say the apartheid government did a good job, it was actually just for profit. They didn't really care about you. Wow. Well, of course, the government of these countries tried to fight this humongous company, but once a company becomes so big, it's extremely difficult to get rid of them, especially when they own your infrastructure. So they tried, but in the USA, this agent called the CIA, and they are popularly known going around the world and dethroning governments. So they spoke to the CIA, convinced them, created propaganda around those countries, and the CIA loved this word called communism. So yeah, they said there was people who are terrorists in their own countries. So the CIA helped the United Fruits Company to dethrone governments over those countries, and yeah, they only worked with politicians that they were friendly to the company.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did.
Sounds like ANC, don't you think? So the bananas that were used back then, it was called the Gros Michel. This banana was more sweeter, more mushy, more yellow, and had a bigger thick skin than this one. But it was getting destroyed by the disease. So they were panicking. So these companies were scrambling for ideas. And it turns out there's a lot of bananas out there. I think a thousand of different variants of bananas, but they wanted a banana that looks and feel and tastes like a Gros Michel, because guess what? We humans, we shop with our eyes. Before you take, you look, you don't taste first. So they were scrambling for ideas, and voila, this guy was born. So in England, some guy from British in a fancy looking house was experimenting with banana seeds genetics. So he was figuring out, playing with it, and after a few months later, the Cavendish Banana was born. Yes, it was created in a lab. Sorry guys. But yeah, he exists now and he dominates. And yes, of course, the United Fruit Company discovered and heard about the Cavendish banana in England, and they also wanted a piece of a slice. So they closed all of their infected plants with disease, and then they replaced the Gros Michel banana with the Cavendish banana. Well, the Cavendish banana too, it's prone to disease. I mean, guys, one day we can be out of bananas. Bananas can actually be extinct. Like, they can be no more bananas forever. But because of our scientists and us eating a lot of GMO products, it still exists. So yeah. So guys, if you love this type of conversation, please like and subscribe. And this is the kind of things that I like to do. I just love giving information away. For more topics, please like and subscribe. And yeah, please comment if what do you want me to speak about next. Until next time, we out.